Hello, dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, USA Football Zone, latest football highlights. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a humiliating blow. It happened during a World Cup qualifier against their arch rivals, Argentina. While the 4-1 scoreline was shocking, it didn't tell the whole story. That was the day Brazil's tactical identity was completely shattered within 90 minutes. It wasn't a fluke, nor was it merely a single mistake. It was a total tactical failure, resulting in Brazil's worst ever defeat in World Cup qualifying history. So, how did things go so wrong? Let's try to understand. The atmosphere at the packed Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires was electric. For the nearly 85,000 Argentine fans, this was more than just a derby. Their team, the reigning world champions, had already qualified for the 2026 World Cup. It was a victory lap of sorts, a chance to crush their oldest rival and prove why they were the kings of South America. On paper, everything seemed to favor Brazil. Argentina was missing two of its biggest stars, Lionel Messi and Lautaro Martinez. This was Brazil's chance to seize the initiative. Coach Dorival Jr. appeared quite confident. He had made 6 changes to the squad that had beaten Colombia due to injuries, suspensions, and tactical adjustments. He declared himself ready to handle whatever scenario Argentina threw his way. However, the game plan was built on flawed assumptions that Argentina would be weakened without their stars, and that Brazil's individual talent would mask the vulnerabilities of their 4-2-3-1 formation. As soon as the match kicked off, it became clear just how wrong they were. The team's collapse wasn't gradual, it was explosive. Far from stumbling, Argentina played with a collective force that Brazil simply couldn't match. And it took them just 4 minutes to score the opening goal. The first goal came as a result of a major defensive blunder. A pass from Thiago Almada tore through the Brazilian defense. The ball took a bounce, and while defenders Marquinhos and Murillo hesitated, Julian Alvarez quickly gained control and beat goalkeeper Bento to score. The scoreline read 1-0, and the stadium erupted in excitement. Before Brazil could recover, Argentina attacked again. Just 12 minutes into the game, they scored their second goal. This time, Argentina's exquisite playmaking style was on full display. Charging down the right flank, Nahuel Molina delivered a powerful, low cross into the box. The Brazilian defense was caught off guard, and Enzo Fernandez arrived right on cue to score 2 goals in 12 minutes. It was a magnificent attacking display. Dorival Jr.'s 4-2-3-1 strategy, which was expected to bring stability, completely fell apart. Panic was clearly visible on the players' faces. The game plan had failed utterly, and the worst was yet to come. For a moment, it seemed Brazil might claw their way back into the game. They scored in the 26th minute, but this goal also served as a warning. It wasn't the result of clever tactics or brilliant team effort. It stemmed from a grave error. Argentine defender Christian Romero was careless with the ball just outside his own box. Mateus Cunha pressured him, won possession, and beat the goalkeeper with a low shot to make it 2-1. The goal was not a collective effort but the result of an individual mistake. While it got Brazil on the scoresheet, it did nothing to address the serious shortcomings on the pitch. Just 10 minutes later, that faint glimmer of hope was tragically shattered. Argentina's third goal marked the moment the match truly slipped out of their grasp. Enzo Fernandez, orchestrating play in midfield, found himself with ample time and space, luxuries Brazil never enjoyed. He looked up and delivered a superb cross into the box, which Alexis Mac Allister volleyed home to put the team 3-1 ahead. The real question wasn't just how they scored, but why the opposition was left so exposed. This is where Argentina's brilliant tactical acumen shone through. The midfield trio of Fernandez, Mac Allister, and Rodrigo de Paul constantly rotated positions, relentlessly pressuring Brazil. They swarmed Brazil's central midfielders Andre and Joe Linton, dragging them out of position and creating a gaping void between Brazil's midfield and defense. By the time the third goal was scored, Brazil's defensive shape had completely disintegrated, allowing Mac Allister to score unchallenged. It wasn't merely a goal, it was a tactical masterclass. Such midfield collapses have been a common factor in some of football's most historic defeats. To see how this played out on the biggest stage, watch our video on Brazil's crushing 7-1 defeat to Germany in 2014. But first, let's discuss the final blow that sealed the defeat. The second half was essentially a formality. Argentina was in complete control of the game. dictating the tempo and enjoying 56% possession. Brazil, a team usually known for its attacking flair, had become completely toothless. Star players like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Rafinha, their attack failed to create a single chance throughout the match. Brazil managed to land only one shot on target, led by the experienced Nicolas Otamendi. Argentina's defense was aggressive and relentless, denying Brazil's forwards any breathing room. Then, in the 71st minute, the final blow was struck. Substitute Giuliano Simeone, son of the famous coach Diego Simeone, scored Argentina's fourth goal with a powerful strike. It was his first international goal, a magnificent finish that clearly highlighted the vast gap in confidence between the two sides. The nightmare ended with the final whistle. The 4-1 scoreline marked Brazil's heaviest defeat in World Cup qualifying history. It was a powerful statement from Argentina, and for Brazil, a moment of reckoning. So, where did it all go wrong? It was a total systemic failure. The defense crumbled and fell apart within the first 12 minutes. The midfield was outmatched both tactically and numerically. Argentina's robust four-man unit completely overwhelmed Brazil's two-man midfield. Meanwhile, the attack remained isolated and ineffective, managing only a single shot on target all game. Dorival Jr. arrived with a plan, but it was flawed, and as the situation deteriorated, he showed no ability to adapt. This defeat was not merely the result of a bad day, it was a stark exposure of deep-seated tactical weaknesses inflicted by their greatest rival on their own home turf. It was a night that will be remembered for the complete tactical failure of one of football's greatest teams. What do you think was the primary reason for this historic defeat? Argentina's brilliant performance or Brazil's own failures? Let us know in the comments.